Jazz Today, the living pulse. Nod your head, close your eyes, feel the bass vibrating through the room. This is Jazz Today. In Brooklyn lofts, London clubs, and Tokyo festivals, a new generation is carrying the torch. Kamasi Washington leads a cosmic big band that sounds like the universe breathing. Esperanza Spalding bends the boundaries of genre, plucking bass lines that dance while her voice soars. Robert Glasper fuses improvisation with hip-hop and soul, proving jazz is still the heartbeat of the streets. Listen to the crowd. Young, diverse, alive. They're not here for nostalgia. They're here for discovery. Jazz, more than a century after its birth, is still evolving, still dangerous, still relevant. But how did we get here? To understand the music of today, we have to return to where it all began. New Orleans, 1900. A city alive with sound, struggle, and possibility. Birth of a sound. In New Orleans, at the turn of the century, the streets were alive with music. French, Spanish, African, and Caribbean influences collided in a city that never stopped moving. On Sundays, in Congo Square, the beat of African drums echoed, rhythms carried by people who refused to let their traditions be silenced. From the heartbeat rose a new sound. Buddy Bolden, the cornet king, was said to play so loud his horn carried for miles. No recordings exist, but the legends speak louder than any record. He bent ragtime into improvisation, cracked the rules wide open, and lit the flame of jazz. Jelly Roll Morton sat at the piano and declared himself the inventor of jazz. What he truly did was give the new sound a backbone, shaping ragtime into something freer, wilder, more dangerous. King Oliver followed, blending horns in dialogue, trumpet answering clarinet, trombone pushing back, each instrument speaking its own truth. His Creole jazz band became the proving ground for a young musician who would soon change the world. Louis Armstrong. But not all jazz lived in the back streets. Paul Whiteman took the music into ballrooms, polishing it for tuxedos and chandeliers. Crowned the king of jazz, Whiteman gave the genre white respectability, but stripped it of its grit. The real pulse of jazz, raw, rebellious, black, kept beating in New Orleans and spreading northward. On riverboats and railroads, the music traveled to Chicago, to Kansas City, to Harlem. What began as the soundtrack of one city was fast becoming the soundtrack of America. From the streets of New Orleans rose a man whose smile and horn lit up the world. Louis Armstrong. His gravelly voice and golden trumpet weren't just music. They were joy incarnate. Armstrong carried jazz into every corner of the globe, turning improvisation into universal language. Ella Fitzgerald matched him note for note, her scat singing leaping like a horn solo, her velvet voice transforming even the simplest melody into magic. Frank Sinatra wasn't a jazz musician by trade, but he lived in its rhythm. Backed by swinging big bands, he delivered phrasing so precise, so effortless, that he became part of jazz's golden tapestry. At the piano, Duke Ellington painted with sound. His orchestra moved like silk, weaving together sophistication and soul. Count Basie answered with pure swing, his band's rhythm section driving dancers straight off their feet. In Paris, Django Reinhardt took tragedy, 2 fingers paralyzed in a fire, and turned it into genius. His gypsy jazz guitar lines rewrote what the instrument could do. Then came Chet Baker, the cool, tragic prince of jazz. His trumpet whispered longing, his voice carried heartbreak, and audiences leaned in close. These titans didn't just play music, they embodied it. Each made jazz bigger, brighter, impossible to ignore. The bebop revolution. By the 1940s, the party was over. Swing was for dancing, but bebop was for thinking, for listening, for breaking free. Dizzy Gillespie stood on stage with his bent trumpet, cheeks ballooned to impossible size, blasting notes that flew like sparks. Beside him, Charlie Parker, Bird, changed music forever. His saxophone solos were lightning, fast, fiery, untamed. Bird didn't just play scales, he reinvented melody. Thelonious Monk slammed the piano with dissonant chords that sounded wrong until they became the only thing that could be right. His tilted hat, his sidelong stance, his refusal to conform, all of it part of bebop spirit. Miles Davis entered the scene quietly, his trumpet often whispering instead of shouting. He was the master of space, of silence, of letting one note hang in the air until it broke your heart. Behind them, Art Blakey thundered on drums like a man possessed. His jazz messengers became a breeding ground for the next generation, teaching that bebop wasn't just music, it was a philosophy. Bud Powell's piano burned with brilliance. J.J. Johnson's trombone cut with precision. Sonny Rollins' sax roared with invention. Bebop wasn't background music. It demanded your attention. It was jazz grown sharper, smarter, faster. The sound of rebellion turned into art. Highs and lows. Jazz didn't live in a vacuum. It moved with the times, through triumph, through struggle. In the 1920s, the Harlem Renaissance made jazz the crown jewel of black creativity. Clubs pulsed with life, even if the very artists performing couldn't sit in the audience. The Depression hit like a hammer. Radios carried swing into every home, but outside, bread lines stretched for blocks. Jazz became escape, a few minutes of joy when the world had none. During World War II, jazz was everywhere. In dance halls, where soldiers spun sweethearts, in barracks where horns lifted morale. Swing wasn't just music, it was hope. Then came Billie Holiday. With strange fruit, she shattered the illusion. Her voice hung in the darkness, describing bodies lynched in southern trees. No swing, no glamour, no escape. Just truth, pain, resistance. Jazz could lift you, but it could also force you to look straight into America's soul.
Spanish moss, counting lives the South has lost. Oh, southern trees, you've seen it all. The roach, the fear, the midnight call. Swinging in
Latin fire, and global voices.
No peace, no justice, no peace, no justice, no peace, no justice, no peace, no justice.
Jazz is a language, and the world was eager to speak it. In Havana, Arturo Sandoval's trumpet blazed with Afro-Cuban fire. His notes carried centuries of rhythm, merging with American jazz to create explosions of sound. Dizzy Gillespie recognized the power of those rhythms. With percussionist Cheno Pozo, he introduced Afro-Cuban jazz to the world, forever changing the beat. In Brazil, Antonio Carlos Jobim and João Gilberto blended samba with jazz harmony, giving birth to bossa nova. Smooth, swaying, endlessly romantic, it became the soundtrack of beaches and ballrooms alike. Later, Bebel Gilberto carried the sound forward, fusing modern textures with her father's legacy, proving bossa nova's heart still beats strong. From Havana to Rio, Lagos to London, jazz had gone global. Each culture added its own accent. Each city reshaped the sound. Jazz was no longer just American. It was universal. By the 1960s, jazz was searching for new horizons. John Coltrane lifted his horn toward the heavens, chasing the divine through sheets of sound. His music wasn't just heard, it was experienced, like prayer, like meditation. Miles Davis tore the rulebook in half. With Bitch's Brew, he electrified jazz, fusing it with rock, funk, and soundscapes that shocked purists but drew new listeners. Herbie Hancock turned jazz into future funk. His keyboards glowing with electricity, grooves heavy enough to move entire generations. Weather Report blended it all, rock, jazz, world rhythms, into music that felt like the future. Some said jazz was losing itself. In truth, it was transforming, becoming a new version of itself, yet again. Esperanza Spalding stands with her bass, redefining what it means to be a band leader, a composer, a creator. She wins Grammys not by chasing trends, but by inventing them. Kamasi Washington, in a dashiki and cosmic crown, conducts an orchestra that blends gospel, hip-hop, and free jazz into something larger than life. His sound is a universe, and his audience, young, diverse, worldwide, sees themselves in it. Robert Glasper sits in a studio with rappers, singers, and poets, weaving jazz into hip-hop, R&B, and soul. He proves improvisation belongs anywhere rhythm lives. And across London, Tokyo, Johannesburg, Lagos, new bands pack tiny clubs with young fans nodding to jazz's beat. The circle is complete. What began in Congo Square is now everywhere. Jazz is not a museum piece. It is alive, breathing, changing with every generation. And as long as someone dares to improvise, as long as someone picks up a horn, a bass, a drumstick, jazz will never die.
Move your ear. This is jazz, the greatest music ever invented.
From New Orleans to New York, from Harlem to Havana, from Rio to Tokyo, jazz has crossed oceans and generations. It has been joy and sorrow, rebellion and prayer, freedom and fire. Armstrong, Ella, Coltrane, Miles, Bebel, Kamasi, different names, same story, a continuum of sound. Jazz will never die. This is Talking All That Jazz.
All out of the old car. So me and